Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Miami Ice Arena here in Kendall, Florida. It's another rendition of Miami Hurricanes hockey right here on the University of Miami Hockey Network. Today, it's Miami's M3 ACHA team taking on the M2 FAU Owls, former national champions at that level, coming in to Kendall Ice Arena. I'm Connor Stein, joined by Henry Steinberg and Harrison. Sorry, I apologize. Harrison, what are you really looking for in this game for Miami to take down a team that's just kind of a Goliath?
Well, as we've seen recently, the teams that are at odds can put up a good fight. Like today, when the Panthers came down to the wire against the Rams, and I think that Miami can put up a real good fight. They lost close to Jacksonville just an hour ago. I think they'll put up a good fight today. These are two national champion teams in their respective sides. And I think Miami will put in a good fight today.
We'll see how that goes for the Hurricanes as the Owls rocking all navy with some red patterns as well, and Miami in all white with their green pants as an early offside called by the officials. This Miami Hurricanes team, though, they're pretty familiar with this M2 FAU team. They played before, but it was a very lopsided affair. And we'll see how Miami is able to really dictate it from the get-go. I feel like that's really what they've got to do, dictate tempo and find ways to go offensively. A distance try from FAU gets off the pad of a Hurricane, and up ahead goes Brendan Moore. Moore's got a stool in with them, takes a shot off the post. Wow, what an early start that would have been for the Hurricanes. Here come the Owls with an offensive chance of their own. Getting inside, and a good defensive play by Kyle McGuire as Elian Astulin tries to get the puck out.
Brendan Moore with an absolutely electric toe drag there, unfortunately skimming the post.
Giving chase now is Castracani. Feels heavy pressure from many Navy jerseys. Puck picked back up.
Miami have looked good so far. They had a 2-on-1 just before, and almost another opportunity there. If Astulin can get a successful clearance now, it will go to the goalie, and no icing, so now Miami can put the pressure on FAU.
A good defensive play there by Jusko, trying to get things going, but it's settled down by FAU. Here comes Keenan. Keenan will circle. Slot try goes high. Kept in at the blue line. Puck goes behind the net now. Callahan was pushed off the puck, but keeping it ahead is Turlick. Turlick drops it for Jusko. Jusko with the try, and saved by the FAU goaltender.
That was a really good drop pass there for the Canes, and way to get a shot off. It was a good shot right into the glove of the goalie.
Puck won back by the Owls. Miami trying to keep it in. But what we'll see today a lot of is Miami had a game just prior to this, as here comes FAU with a chance, taken away by Giagardi. But Giagardi, one of those players that played just moments ago against Jacksonville University in the ACDC game. So a couple players running double duties for the Hurricanes. So a long day of hockey for them. Giagardi trying to make something go in the blue paint. A big hit after the whistle, and they're going to get a cross check there on FAU.
That was a little over the top there. I felt like that was a reasonable crash on the goalie. The goalie fumbled with the puck there. And Miami, I think a little excessive up high on the cross check.
It's going to be Zelba. Bear with the folks. We have a lack of roster, as I'd like to say. Couldn't quite find the information, but we're trying our best here. Astulin couldn't quite win that back, and here comes FAU with an odd man opportunity. Right through the slot. A great save by Miami, and here comes Astulin.
He's got speed coming down.
He really does power Miami's offense. He's got 14 goals on the year thus far. He's done a great job for Miami. When you're thinking about Miami's offense, you look at Elliot Nastulin. Ryan Way now behind the net. Up to Sudeikis for a distance try and saved once again.
The key to this power play for Miami with 1:24 to go is just establishing the shape and getting some good shots on an open goalie. Maybe getting a screen on the keeper and getting those up high.
Yeah, Stevens has done a good job really protecting his net so far, even when Miami's been crashing the net, what we saw with Diagardi as well. As a little false start. Speaking of false starts, how about the Miami Hurricanes football team?
False start?
Yeah, false start.
Okay.
The Miami Hurricanes.
I got you.
This is why Miami's in a great spot right now in sports.
Yeah.
Basketball team is doing good. Football going to the Natty right here in Miami.
You know, I'm just surprised we got 4 refs today.
As that puck gets set behind the net, Kyle McGuire will catch up to it. Minute shaved off here in the power play for Miami. That puck turned over. Here comes FAU with a try, and it's saved.
That cannot be happening. You cannot be forced with a turnover on the blue line when you have a man up. Use that to their advantage. When they press the player down and pinch on the blue line, now you have a 4-on-3 going the other way, and when you take that player just out of it.
Hausman was there to make the save. He did a good job shorthanded. Rocket with a good nifty move. He's one of those other players that has done these double duties, playing another game of hockey after the one at 5 o'clock. Castricani keeping it in. Rafael Morin on the near circle. Back to Rocket up top. Now Miami finally able to set something up on their power play. No one was home on that pass from Morin as Rocket tries to get one down low. Puck
good shot.
Right on. Rebounds is whisked aside and picked back up by FAU as that puck goes all the way down the ice. Icing waved off because it is a power play.
I was good by the Canes there. They had a good screen on the goalie. They went low with the shot going for the rebound. Unfortunately, the wrong pad was shot at, and they shut down that shot and went into the corner.
Castricani gets it up ahead to Brandenstein, but it's good blue line defense by FAU. Puck is whiffed on, and Miami takes advantage. And a delayed penalty, this time in a nearsighted shot by Brandenstein that's saved.
Yeah, that was another cross-check from the Owls there, and that time into the back of Castricani. And he went flying into the boards to give Miami another opportunity with a man up to score. It would really say a lot for this team to go 1-0 up. That first goal is the most important one.
It definitely starts the momentum. You want to get on the right side of things. As Tomamello will take out his top unit. It's 2 minutes for Miami to potentially try to take a lead against a team that will definitely make their offense known. As that puck goes all the way down quickly. And getting the start from Miami tonight between the pipes, it's Max Hausman. Max Hausman, this is his first start after going abroad, his first semester, coming in at the spring.
Spring admit.
Yeah, spring admit coming in. And he's looking to, this is quite the test for him. We'll see if he's up to the challenge.
You know, he's probably dealing with a lot of things right now, you know, selling his dorm, making new friends. So come out to this hockey game. Really says a lot about his character.
And look at the pads, too.
Yeah, those are sick.
Those are some nice pads. I don't know if our camera will quite pick it up.
But he's got the U. Yeah, he's got the U on his pads. You know, when he's got the half of the U on one leg, half of the U on the other leg. So when you come together, it's a U. I mean,
that's a great point. That's great. As
I'm just waiting for a cool helmet. Like maybe he'll get a cool helmet, you know, with Sebastian on it. Like a Sebastian with like angry, like that's really angry.
It would match the ice when it's all brand new.
Oh, did you talk about that yet?
No, we did not.
Oh.
With the new management that's coming in, a whole new ownership, completely transforming this rink they're making everything that you're going to see on our next broadcast, which is the 30th, is going to be all pretty much white, orange, or green. As Turlet comes in, all of a sudden got really loud.
You know, back to that point right there, I wonder that if they'll hang up the national champion banner and take down that 10U state championship banner. I feel like one's more important than the other.
Maybe, I don't even know where that banner is, but, you know.
10. Fifth graders, whatever.
As Callahan goes through neutral ice, he's got Jusko with him.
It's from 2011. That's crazy.
Foreign time.
Let's get the national championship banner up while we're at it.
They had a raising ceremony a year ago.
Oh, they took it down?
Yeah. As Jusko does a good job at the blue line turning it over. Oh, good move to the slot. Folks, we apologize for any of the technical difficulties that we were facing. Our whole computer shut down as play was going on. The score is now 1-1. FAU got Miami was doing a great job. They had 2 penalty kills, and now they're on the power play here. Just a minute to go left in that. But Harrison, want to kind of walk through what you saw while we were at the break?
I have a couple words. Best game of hockey I've ever seen in my life.
It was very good. It was a ton of good action right there as well.
I mean, I saw the save of my lifetime right there by our Miami own goalie, stretching across the crease, one leg out in a full straddle, denying the Owls.
There was a ton of good saves from Houseman.
Oh, House? I mean, he's building a house, man.
He really is. He's doing a great job tonight, especially with those pads that he's got. You have 6 minutes remaining here in the first. But Miami's done a great job. They've had done a good job special teams. As Elian Estulin will go through neutral ice. We once again apologize for any of the technical difficulties that we were having. Your score now 1-1 as the penalty expires. Houseman, that one bounces off his mask. And Phillips will go through neutral ice.
You know, while they're at it, I mean, the Canes have looked really good so far. I mean, the Owls' only goal was on a 5-on-3 power play. And the Canes were holding their own for a very long time, thanks to Houseman. And the Canes have been electric. Here they go the other way.
Turlick comes. He tries to center it for Jusko, but it's denied. A centering try that's also whisked aside as Rocket tries to get through. A couple of nifty new moves there as the Owls enter the zone. Here's a near side shot that goes into the netting.
And I mean, right there, Catone, you could see the hammer in his shot. Right there up high, another great save by Houseman. He's being pelted today, but also the defense is really shutting down those tap-in opportunities and really making Houseman face those shots himself. And he's been, bending and not breaking so far. And I love to see it.
He's definitely been tested today, and especially in his first collegiate start. This is definitely a welcome to club college hockey moment.
Welcome to club hockey, man.
As Miami tries to exit the zone, a read around, and it goes to the back of the net.
And just as I was saying, the defense was doing really good covering those men in the slot and those tap-ins right there, letting it slip loose. As Greg Goldman really not covering his man, giving the Owls a free shot opportunity to put one away after Houseman was put on his butt.
So Miami, after scoring the first goal, the Owls get 2 quick ones back. And it's 2-1 your score with 4:37 remaining here in the first. The officials trying to talk something over there.
Are they talking about a goalie interference, maybe?
No, I'd imagine that they're just trying to get it discussed with the scorekeeper.
That's extremely important.
Looks like everything's all set and ready to go here.
Good dump there by Baser.
And here comes a Owl chance the other way. Backhand try goes too high. Owls recoup. A distance pass that goes to the wrong player as Rocket tries to exit the zone.
It's a good attempt on the stick lift there by Moore.
The Owls now recollecting as Miami makes a couple changes. Far side, the puck goes. And this is almost set up like a power play as FAU tries to get one in the slot, and it's disrupted by Miami. A shot put on, they score!
Sniper!
Jack Ferratino had a goal in the last
Farino Tino.
Had
Wow.
a goal in the last game at the ACDC level. We didn't get it on the replay. We apologize, but
Wow, I mean, what a snipe.
It was
baiting out the 2-on-1 with his fellow Kane, catching the goalie. I mean, the Owl just fell completely flat on his stomach trying to block that pass, taking that distraction away. And there's Ferentino ripping that upper jetty.
And that's how you make a statement right back. Ferentino, his first collegiate games, as there's a backhanded try put on by the Owls, but he's got 2 games under his belt, 2 goals. What a good start for his collegiate career. And here comes the Owls, though, like nothing even happened. A good save, little shoulder shrug look there, as here comes Miami. A shot put on by Way, and a good save by FAU.
I mean, Miami's speed coming the other way, trying to get those fast break opportunities, have really worked to their advantage, and the Owls just seem a step behind on the defensive end.
Miami has definitely seemed up to the task. They're taking down this division, or this M3, I should say, FAU team, as here comes Brendan Moore. Moore has Callahan to his right. Shot goes too high, and FAU will use this as fuel. They try to get it through as a little shrug hit by Callahan. Here comes an attempt by the Owls. Tried to sneak that one behind them.
That was a smart play.
See if we can see it on the replay. As
just missed it.
We'll have to work some of the issues out during the intermission. We apologize.
Wow, look at that score. 2-2 with 2:22 remaining. Oh, we don't even have a scoreboard. So, there's a 5-2s on the scoreboard.
5-2s.
1-1.
Maybe it's a good luck charm.
I mean, in a minute, in a second. Look, not anymore. 2-1.
As here comes Turlick on the near boards. Lentz from distance. Getting a good save there.
So now there's 3-2s and 3-1s on the scoreboard for those checking in.
But Hausman has really done a good job. The Miami defense is keeping the lanes clear, making sure no misdirections happen. And they've really figured out.
Other than that one goal, he's controlled those rebounds really well.
I mean, when you're tasked with a 5-on-3, it is quite difficult as a goaltender. And Miami's defense can only do so much. So he's definitely not being too hard on himself as that puck goes just by the net, as that one was risky right there with a couple bodies in front.
I was surprised Bonnet went with the one-timer there.
And a little tie-up right behind the play, right in front of the bench, Callahan. More behind the net now. Turlick loses the puck. And that puck gets sent down the ice. 1:30 remaining here in the first. 2-2 score. We apologize for any technical difficulties once again. We will try to clear things up during intermission. We thank you so much for tuning along with us as Matt Rocket will whistle it ahead. Rocket able to turn it over, tries to go with the backhand, able to somehow get it on net, and a good pad save that disrupts that. But man, what a great job by Rocket there.
Great forecheck, as you just said.
Oh, a little cross. Oh my goodness, what a save.
Houseman. I'm at a loss for words. It's 2 saves.
And here he goes again. Another attempt, but it goes in the back of the net. There's only so much he can do. But man, what a great save that was followed up by one that gets put in the back of the net. It's 3-2 Owls.
Miami just a little leaky there on defense. I mean, Hausman really giving those Canes a last lifeline. and they couldn't clear the puck, leaving attackers open for runs around the net, and right there looking at the back post. What a pass from the Owls, and Bowser finished that one off.
Stevens, I should say. Puck sent on net by Turlick. But Miami, with under 30 seconds remaining, they've played a period that they'll definitely like, and they'll see if they can improve on that in the second period. Buller tries to go backdoor again. Another attempt by Murphy, I should say, excuse me. Saved again by Houseman.
I mean, the Canes were lucky on the first one to not let that one hit the back of the net. It was a airy pass, and then Murphy right there with a open look, and Houseman just shutting him down once again.
Try off the face-off, and it goes in the back of the net, but they wave it off. Man, right at the buzzer, FAU thought they had a 4-2 lead, but it's only 3-2. And man, what a period. 5 combined goals between both teams. And Harrison, what'd you really like about that period from Miami?
You know, the only thing I was astounded with there was the goalie, Houseman. I mean, save after save, he's saving the Canes. The score could easily be 6-2 without his heroics and goal. 2 saves cross net where he's put into a conundrum. I can't even explain what I've seen. And he's really shutting down this Owls team. Those goals, I can't say they're his fault. It's been the leaky defense, letting players get open on the back post or not covering that man in the slot in front of the net. And other than that, I mean, the Canes have been pretty good on the offensive side, really, really fast and high-motored, scoring 2 goals. And with a 1-point deficit, they got to lock it.
Action. We once again apologize for any technical difficulties. We are trying our best with what we have, and we'll be back for the second after this. You won't want to miss this. We'll be back. We're back here for the second period of action. Back on the attack is FAU. A shot through the slot was blocked, and Phillips is feeling that one. Looks like he's all right, though. He took that right to the stomach.
Is that Max Phillips?
Yes. And good to see that he's all right, but he might be sitting down for a couple shifts. Student taking one of the of FAU, as we're calling all the action for you right here on the University of Miami Hockey Network.
Ooh, I like that.
As
some serious speed. He scored earlier, and he has a lethal shot.
He drops a pass back, but the pass that was too strong, as Miami will be able to clear it up. See what McGuire does, but it's kept in by Murphy. Puck drop back in the slot. They score.
That was a great find there from the Owls. Right in the slot and a quick snapshot, finding that top left corner, and Hauser couldn't do much about that. But once again, the Canes leaving a man wide open in the slot. And that's been the issue so far, just leaving those players open for open shots. And there, it bites them in the behind once again. And now the Owls double their lead and are up 4-2.
This game is starting to get away from Miami a little bit. But the Owls extending their lead to 2. It's 4-2 with 18:45 remaining here in the second period, as that one goes right into the netting off the stick of Rocket.
Good defense there by Rocket, getting the stick on the puck. And now this is a huge face-off for Miami. If you want to start a counterattack here, you can't let the Owls get a face-off win and set up their offense and potentially get a good look on goal.
You can't let them stretch their lead even more than it already is. And that's what they struggled with in their last matchup with the Owls. They kind of just started parading back, but something the FAU is so good at is keeping it in at the blue line. Even when Miami gets the puck back, they somehow keep it in the zone. More from the point, puts it on, blocker save. Kept in, though, by Bonnet. Bonnet got that shot blocked by Callahan. Bonnet again tries to dish it down low as Rocket backhands it.
This point control from the Owls is really unmatched, and that's how they're scoring right here.
Yeah, look at that. Another chance in the slot. We talked about it so much, covering it as FAU once again threatening. That shot too strong.
6 inches lower, that's a goal.
Yeah. As FAU just playing this really smart.
Miami they're playing like they're a man down. I don't know why. The Owls have dominated possession. Miami really need to jump a pass and score.
Moore blows a tire there, and puck goes up ahead for Callahan. Both teams making changes. As Phillips, who's back on the ice after that hard shot taken, picks up his glove. It wasn't an offside because it would be outside the blue line.
High stick?
He motioned like it was a hook.
Yeah, I don't know. There's no one headed to the box right now.
No, it was definitely not a hook, but nevertheless, it's an offensive zone draw for Miami. They lose it. Draw for Miami. They lose it.
Good shot.
Good shot put on there by Phillips that's gobbled up. Stevens has done a pretty good job between the pipes. We'll have those 2 goals obviously, but Miami's definitely had their chances on offense, but FAU's controlled most of the possession here in the second period thus far. Phillips will retreat and get it back to Morton. Retreat and get it back to Morton, who splits the defenders, tries to get a backhand, misses it just wide. Pickett picks it back up in the corner.
That was good defense there by the Owls. Really close to a hook, but not quite. So way to pull him back there and negate the opportunity.
Ross drops it back. An excellent job by the Owls. Toib goes in the corner. Gets battled on hard there by Phillips. And look at that size difference, but still able to push him down, and a hand pass is called. High elbow.
On the boards, he really led with the elbow there.
So Miami now with the 2 that FAU has found themselves in. Elian Astulin wins it back. McGuire at the high circle.
This gives the Canes an opportunity to set up.
Giving chase to it is McGuire, and he wins it back. And Miami will be forced to recoup. Elian Astulin, we talked about how important he is for this Miami offense to get on the score, but for Way loads, fires, and it goes.
Is that a stick or a skate?
I think it was a stick.
Okay. Well, nevertheless, Ryan way to get into an opportunity there. Now the Canes, another offensive draw. This one would be very important.
Zadakis able to win it back. McGuire now near side. Moore just got his stick stuck, and it ends up being a turnover for Miami. And the Owls doing a good job on the penalty kill. A minute gone here on the, but it's
and if you
by
didn't
Miami.
know, you couldn't even tell that these Owls were a man down.
And it's a last-ditch effort from Miami on their man advantage. Under 30 seconds to go on the power play. And just like that, here comes Georgiano, who comes in, waits, and oh, what a good save off the pad and gloves it.
That was filthy from Georgiano behind the back, between the legs, spinning around. Hausman, I mean, absolutely filthy there, crossing the goal, and Hausman really staying strong with that left pad.
It was an excellent job by Hausman. We've seen how effective he can be, especially as he makes another good glove save there. Some pretty strong fan attendance in here. Giving him some applause to Hausman as another offensive zone draw for FAU. This time it's Biller taking out Jusko. It's still a Miami power play, believe it or not. It's just been a tough draw for them to get the puck back in their own ends. As there's a chance right in front, Jusko whiffed on the puck. Matt Rocket from distance missed it wide. And now here come the Owls. Penalty expires. It's a shot and a beautiful glove save. My goodness.
Hausman just flashing the letter there. I mean, this counterattack from FAU was insane. They had the 2-on-2, great drop pass. It was insane. They had the 2-on-2, great drop pass. And up high. Hausman says no, scooping the puck out of the air.
Miami makes a wholesale change, getting all these new players back on the ice. Players back on the ice. $13.50 by the Owls. 13-50 by the Owls. But man, you could really tell the time of possession for FAU has just been
Puck in the zone.
Tell the time of possession for FAU has just been
Puck in the zone. There's no taking away
the
from
zone. They go back and forth. Zone. They go back and forth. A little circle-to-circle pass. At the blue line it goes, drops inside of the low circle, and it's patted away. McGuire now takes it out for the Hurricanes, and this is when you got to take advantage. And McGuire just elects to just dump it on goal. Just dump it on goal. Some Hurricanes making some changes as they try to get it in. Some Hurricanes making some changes as they try to get it in the blue paint. Puck sent down low. Miami really had a ton of juice in that first period. It felt like they just had an edge to them in this period. Beats the defender, tries to crash towards the net. It's a crash towards the net.
Almost got it in with his helmet.
As Morin, it's eventually let out of the zone. And here come the Owls on an attack. Phillips doing a great job getting that out of the zone. And man, I really thought Phillips was out for the count when he looked really banged up, but he come out and he just looked like himself as he gets up in the blue paint, and that puck is sent out of the zone, but that one's
Clearing the Owls off the crease, and honestly the best thing there for
seeing those you can't make changes,
and honestly the best thing there for
seeing those you can't make changes, and you can tell they're out there. Keenan will take the draw for the Owls. Keenan wins it back. Murphy couldn't quite find a handle on it.
Keenan's automatic on those face-offs.
He's got so much size, too. What do you think, like 6'4"? He looks like a very tall center. As here comes Ryan Way. Tries to dish it back, but it's taken away by the Owls. Ooh, a little redirection that ended up in front of the net, in front of Stevens. Ooh, McGuire passes to no man's. Doolin! And oh, what a great save there by Stevens.
Skating down deep.
That's really Miami's first real offensive opportunity that they've had as they look to settle in their offensive zone. Moore finds Ross, who crosses the red line now. The puck goes all the way down the ice.
Icing waved off there.
Elian Stulin tries to find it, but he whiffs on it. And a big chance in the slot for the Owls right there is picked up by behind the play. The Ronan on offense. The shot put on, stick to side. Another try that just completely misses the net as Callahan tries to give chase. Good job there by Houseman. So Miami is going to head.
There's a sloppy penalty there. And now haven't scored this period yet, and you don't want to let it get to a 3-point lead.
Murphy able to go D to D. Murphy now in the high slot. Drops it back. Now in the slot again, and it's Keenan who whiffed on it. Murphy now. Waits. Looking.
Wow, what a
pass
pass.
right across. And a great shot block right there by Castricani. Another attempt for the Owls. Put right on. A little
between the legs there.
Between the legs. And that puck is cleared out eventually.
Castricani's hurt. He's hobbling to the bench.
He took a hard time and time again. They're just so dynamic.
I mean, you see the overlapping passes on the previous possession. They really got their stuff connected there.
Folks, we apologize for any technical difficulties we may be facing. Trying our best here. Still, FAU up 5-2 with 8 minutes left to go here in the third.
It's gotten pretty chippy in the meantime. There's been some back and forth hits from both teams. 2 fights around.
Inning goes backhands. 7:30 remains here in the. And Miami tries to get it out of harm's way. Puck sent all the way down the ice for an icing. An offensive zone draw. Keenan will wait. He's got Jusko going with him. Puck set out of the zone. Ryan Way goes to the bench. Cleared out by the Owls. And that puck goes along the boards. Callahan able to chip it out of the zone.
Miami can't hit the net, it seems, in the last minutes. I mean, shots going wide and high, and they're doing them.
And a whistle. Looks like they're just sending the FAU players to the bench. They could have very easily, when things started not going their way, they could have looked down and went, I don't know, I don't really want to really care anymore. But they've done what they needed to do to try to get back in this game, and we've seen a great emergence of a goaltender in Hausman tonight as well. Murphy drops it back, shot put on, save, rebound, they score.
Just another unfortunate opportunity as Hausman there with his mask off.
But Hausman just having a tough time with this prolific Owls offense that's they've had a pretty good game today. So your score now 6-2. Puck goes around the net. Goaltender looking for it, but it's kept out. Miami able to find it. Elian Astulin now on a 2-on-1. He's got Diagardi with him, but a great defensive play by the Owls. Castricani goes back and forth with McGuire. Try to go through neutral ice. And a notable name we haven't really talked about, Harrison, is Elian Astulin. He's had a really quiet night. Usually when you call these games, you're calling his name every once in a while. But also a notable miss who just graduated, Riker Ferry as well, no longer on the top line.
Graduation, man.
Graduation really took some Hurricanes away here. Biller drops it back. A shot put on. A save by Hausman. Circle try is saved by Hausman, but yeah, we talked about that. Lots of seniors go, and Max Mensimer, Riker Ferry.
Max Mensimer.
Max Mensimer, the captain of this team.
Did he get his jersey back?
No, he never got his jersey. Got his notorious for getting his jersey stolen by ESPN for College Game Day. Just Just really unfortunate.
Dude, it's been a great year for Miami football. We had College Game Day. Beating Notre Dame was awesome, the first game of the year. Now we're in the Natty.
In the national championship here in Miami. It's really going to be fun. Are you going to the Fan Fest? No?
What is Fan Fest?
There's before every playoff, there's like a Fan Fest at like the local convention center. And they have like a ton of stuff. They got all these merch and things like that. You know I'm going to get myself a national championship sweatshirt or something.
The Fiesta Bowl gave out great merch to their students. I got an awesome scarf.
Yeah?
Taco Bell Miami colored scarf, which is awesome. Student flag, like a rally towel, which is awesome.
Oh gosh. A high up hit on Turlick right there. His helmet popped right off.
Gotta strap up the helmet. Chin strap.
Popped right up. Luckily, he's all right. So a stoppage of play. It's going to be near side face-off. 3:50 remains here. Bennett tries to get one on net as Ryan Way comes up. Tries to split the defenders, ends up getting tangled up.
Wow, I'm surprised that wasn't a call.
I feel like if this game was a little bit closer, that might have been a call, but I feel like the officials are kind of just putting the whistles away here.
And that was definitely a hook up high on Ryan Way's neck. Unfortunately, the gap was just too big for the Canes to close in the last two periods.
.230 remaining here. That was arguably maybe been too many men on the ice, but once again we say that officials really put things down, and then they call that. That's interesting. And Miami's going to head on the penalty kill for pretty much the rest of this game with two. And these two teams will play tomorrow at Boca Ice Arena, I believe. The Owls will have their own broadcast. I had the pleasure of meeting their broadcasters. Very nice guys. Puck gets out. Murphy now. Puck gets sent on. McGuire will send it down the ice, and that will kill off a good portion. I really will say, though, Harrison, I'm really looking forward to the game tomorrow with Jacksonville University. It's interesting to see what Tom Amello will do. Will he let Max Hausman get the nod? Because it was... they got two goaltenders now, so it'll be fun to see what they get. But nearing 1 minute to go. Let's behind the net. Gloved away. And Turlick will give chase and just... Oh, wow, that was a wonky bounce off the boards. 45 seconds remain on the power play for FAU as everyone goes to make a change. Keenan wraps the net. At the point, now down low, Murphy waits. Murphy with a saucer.